Have you ever really stopped and thought about what a building sounds like? I mean, for centuries, architecture has been almost entirely about what we see, right? But that is all starting to change. We're right on the edge of this incredible revolution where we don't just build spaces anymore, we actually compose them. So let's get into it. Let's talk about how architecture is finally learning to listen. In this quote from the design firm Arup, it just nails it, doesn't it? We experience the world with all our senses. But for some reason, sound has always been treated like an afterthought in design. It was something you had to control or get rid of. But what if we started treating it like a core part of the design itself? Just to wrap your head around how big of a deal this is, look at this number. In 2024, the global market for just traditional acoustic panels was over $10 billion. We are spending a fortune every single year on what is basically just damage control for bad sound. And we've all been there, right? You're in that restaurant where you literally have to shout to talk to the person across from you, or you're in an open plan office and you just can't focus because you can hear every single phone call. This isn't just a minor annoyance. There's real research that shows chronic noise actually impacts our stress, our focus, and even our physical health. Okay, so this is where things get really interesting. A huge philosophical shift is happening right now. We're moving away from that old idea of just noise control and into something way more thoughtful: the soundscape solution. The new way of thinking is all about soundscape design, and it's not about creating dead silence. A soundscape is the total acoustic vibe of a place. It's about curating the sounds we actually want to hear, like the quiet, reassuring hum in a hospital or the buzz of creativity in a good coffee shop, while dialing down the sounds that drive us crazy. And here's the key difference. The old way was always reactive. A space is too loud, so we slap some panels on the wall. Done. The new approach is completely proactive. It asks from the very beginning, what kind of sonic experience do we want to create here? It is a total flip of the script. And why does this matter so much? Because the goal here is all about people. It's human-centric design. Well-designed soundscapes have been linked to some incredible real-world benefits. We're talking about patients in hospitals actually recovering faster, students learning more effectively in schools, and all of us being more focused and productive at work. This is really about designing for our own well-being. Okay, so that's the philosophy, but how do we actually do it? Well, this new approach is being powered by some truly mind-bending technology. And first up is a class of materials that honestly sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie. They're called acoustic metamaterials. And the phrase to really focus on here is not found in nature. These aren't just things we dig out of the ground. These materials are engineered on a microscopic level to control sound waves in ways that were just impossible before. They can bend sound, block it, and absorb it with insane precision. And it's not just one thing. Think of it like a super specialized toolkit for sound. You've got materials with these tiny little cavities that are tuned to absorb one very specific annoying frequency. You've got these impossibly thin membranes that can block out deep, rumbling noises. And then you have these things called phonic crystals that can basically create zones of absolute silence for certain frequencies. It's incredible. Honestly, this is the perfect way to think about it. We all get how noise-canceling headphones work, right? They create a little anti-noise signal to wipe out the sound around you. Well, metamaterials can do something very similar, but they do it passively, and they can do it for a whole room or even an entire building. All right, so we've got these incredible new materials, but the second big innovation, it's even more dynamic. What if a space could actually change how it sounds on the fly in real time? This is what's known as active acoustics. Basically, it's a smart electronic system. You've got microphones listening to the room, powerful computers processing that sound, and a network of hidden speakers that play back a perfected version of the room's sound, all instantaneously. So look at this comparison, because it makes it so clear. Traditional panels are passive. You install them, and that's it. Their acoustic properties are fixed forever. But active acoustics, totally dynamic. You can literally tune the reverberation of a room using software. This is an absolute game changer, especially for places that need to be used for more than one thing. Just imagine this for a second. You have a big university auditorium. In the morning, you need it to be perfect for a lecture. You want crisp, clear speech. But that night, a full orchestra is playing, and they need a rich, warm, resonant sound. With active acoustics, you just tap a button and the entire acoustic character of the room transforms. So what happens when you put all this together? You take this new philosophy of soundscape design and you combine it with these incredibly powerful tools like metamaterials and active acoustics, and suddenly you're looking at the future of architecture. A future where we design not just how a space looks, but how it sounds and how it makes you feel.
And I think this quote just sums it all up perfectly. This isn't a war on noise anymore. It's about finally treating sound as a positive, crucial element of design. It's about making our world as beautiful to listen to as it is to look at.
So here's the bottom line. For the first time ever, we have the tools to be true composers of the world we live in. And that leaves us with a really big, really fascinating question. If we can literally design what a building sounds like, if we're not limited by old physics anymore, what kind of world do we actually want to hear? What does the future sound like to you?